I was originally going to do some trigonometry in this episode, but I'm several years out of high school and fuck geometry. Cue the intro. Welcome to the third tutorial in the Overwatch Arithmetic series with Antarios, the video series that tackles numbers in Overwatch and how you can apply them to improve. This video will cover a little bit more information on damage as well as practice drills one can use to improve one's aim, among other things. I'll just be quick with regard to damage. 1 bar is equal to 25 health. Most heroes have 8 bars, which is equal to 200 health. This means that Genji's Swift Strike, which does 50 damage, will instantly kill a target which only has 2 bars left. Reinhardt's Fire Strike, which does 100 damage, will instantly kill a target with 4 bars left. Of course, this assumes that there is no armor involved. Speaking of bars and whatnot, 2 bars on Widowmaker's sniper rifle is enough to kill a squishy upon headshot. There are 3 kinds of things that are going to be doing damage to the enemy. I would have called them bullets, but Overwatch is a strange world where bullets are the least of your concern. Bullets do, however, exist in this world at least, and are known as hits can. Which means that as soon as the bullet leaves the barrel, it has already, hopefully, found a nice resting spot inside the enemy. Click on the enemy's head enough and they will die. Another type of whatever the fuck you want to call them is beams. Or at least beam like shit. Winston, Symmetra, Moira, Mei and Zarya have these. They go through D.Va's defense matrix and Genji's deflect. 3 out of the 5 who have this type of weapon auto-attach to the target. Hence the phrase, no brain, no aim, whatever the fuck main. I have more ping than you have, so I will play whatever the fuck I want. The last type of long-range delivered death is the projectile. Things with travel time from point A to B, so to speak. Basically things that are neither bullets nor beams go here. Rockets, grenades, ninja shit, sci-fi balls of energy and even literal weaponized fire. Each hero has a different projectile speed. Fastest being Ana's unscoped and slowest with Symmetra's energy balls. That's only the firing abilities though. If we're considering all abilities, Moira's biotic orb wins out at likely less than 5.5 meters per second when damaging or healing a target. So when people say it's slow as balls, my fucking god, it is slow as balls. Due to the travel time between your character to the thing you're shooting at being not instant like a hit scan, practicing one projectile hero does not mean you'll be good at all projectile heroes. I would know. I'm a horrible Genji. Regardless, it's less about having the reflexes to click on someone's head and more about doing geometric 3-dimensional math several dozen times in a single moment. By that, I mean this. If a Mercy traveling at approximately 50 meters per second in a diagonal line at X angle at Y time, and a Pharah rocket moves at 35 meters per second and you shoot the rocket immediately, at what angle will it need to be in order to directly hit the Mercy? Simple fucking geometry. The good thing about this is that it means that I actually don't have to be a no aim, no brain kind of main. Hyping and horrible lag does not allow for good use of hit scam characters because your screen is a fucking liar with regard to the actual placement of the target. However, as long as you remember how fast things move, you are likely to get pretty good mileage as a projectile player. Due to the need for predictive aim, reticles, also known as crosshairs, are very useful for projectile heroes. Imagine a triangle. An isosceles triangle. Also known as the triangle with 2 equal angles and 2 equal sides. That lone angle that isn't the same with the other 2. That's your character. For Genji, his alternate fire creates a triangle with his 2 outer shurikens drawing the line. The angle the outer shurikens will travel in is consistent no matter what. This means that creating a reticle specifically catered to his alternate fire will be useful in landing hits. Should be noted that a reticle for Genji's alt-fire is still a bit situational, considering you'll mostly be using alt-fire at close range or as a finisher. But Antarios, will this work in different ranges? Bitch. Do you not know how angles work? Projectile speed is consistent and the angle is also consistent. This means that the triangle just gets bigger. The same idea works for Genji's primary fire since it is the same projectile speed. However, instead of using the center of the reticle to line up the shot, you'll need to line it up with the outside of your reticle. If the crosshair was made properly and the target is moving at a straight line, the shot will hit at the center of the reticle. Same concept works on other projectiles. Of course, you have to consider faster projectile speeds increasing the triangle's line length in the same amount of time, and so you have to shorten the angle because the target's speed hasn't changed. Yes, this works vertically as well. Before you ask, I have a custom crosshair for nearly every projectile hero, except maybe Hanzo, Torbjorn and Junkrat due to having arcs. A Junkrat that can aim is still a terrifying thought though. Practice drills time. Every player and the dog uses the Ana headshot training setup. Basically go into a custom skirmish game, fill the enemy team with Ana AIs with headshot only mode activated. Many players swear on this method to improve their aim, and I can see its merit. However, as a predominantly projectile/close range hit scam player, I also think that there is a more effective way to train one's aim. Introducing what I like to call Soldier Disco Party. 6 hard enemy soldiers. No helix rocket, no primary fire, no melee, increased passive ultimate regeneration, increased ultimate charge, and decreased damage dealt. 1 Zenyatta AI on your team with neither primary nor secondary fire nor melee. Now you have a room filled with judgy old men staring at you while occasionally exclaiming "damn it." The goal is to kill the target your Zenyatta discords before he removes the orb on that soldier. Due to the way the AI works, you only have around 2 to 3 seconds to kill the target before he moves on. Failure to kill the target results in the soldier to be able to heal himself and be fed ultimate charge. Now these soldiers will use tactical visor very often in this mode. It won't kill you, however, if he empties 10 bullets, assume that your character is essentially dead. So either head for cover or kill the soldier before he shoots 10 bullets. This custom game room accomplishes a few things. 1. To be able to prioritize targets among a large selection of targets. You won't just shoot the guy because he's closest to you, you shoot him because he's a priority target. 2. To be able to actually land proper shots with characters that do not rely on headshots. Some characters, such as Tracer and Reaper, work better by aiming near the head but not exactly on the head. Some characters are better aiming for the largest part of the hero, such as Zarya, Pharah and Junkrat. 3. To be able to properly position oneself near cover or escapes when one finds themselves in trouble. 4. To be able to aim under pressure. The soldiers won't kill you, but my fucking goodness, the sound of attack visor is a good motivator to hit your shots. And lastly, 5. To be able to understand what type of shot gives more value. The problem with headshot only training is in the name. It only involves headshots. But in the event that the enemy is low, you have to be able to consistently land body shots as well. Because even if a headshot is better than a body shot, a body shot is better than no shot at all. Another version of the soldier room is the soldier DJ party, also known as the soldier slumber party. Same settings for the soldiers, but the 6th soldier is replaced with a Lucio with no primary fire, melee or sound wave ability. This gives the soldiers a speed boost and also become harder to kill due to increased healing. I mostly use this to practice sleep darts, hence the name. Just give Ana 0 cooldown on sleep darts. The goal is to sleep all 6 targets before the first target wakes up. If you have a friend who plays flankers, it may be beneficial for them to join the soldier team. This way you can practice your darts on a live target and they can practice dodging and murdering Anna. Give Anna higher damage so that they'll have a challenge as well. Replace all 6 enemy AIs with Lucios with increased health, no primary fire and no melee. This was originally what I used to practice Diva ultimates back then, but I have a new one for her which I will talk about in a bit. For this current room, these 6 tanky Lucios will have a new purpose in life, to be used in Farah rocket practice and Roadhog practice. I don't use soldiers for this type of practice because the DPS AIs tend to stop moving more often than support AIs. Support AIs tend to strafe and hide more often. Roadhog frog fishing is a subcategory of this room. Set the respawn timer to 0% of the map to Ilios, well then go ham. Or in this case, hog. Goal is to hook all 6 Lucios into the well before the first Lucio gets back. If you can't get Ilios well as your map, just keep restarting the match until you get it. You have to run the room as a match and not as a skirmish for this to work. Skirmish makes the AI wander wherever the fuck it wants, but the match makes the AI play objective even when the match hasn't started. I mentioned Div Ultimate Practice. It's my favorite room. The D-Bomb room. Filled with many good soft boys who are about to get a big surprise. 0 cooldown on abilities, spawn with ultimate on. 2 ways to play. Either get a quadruple or higher with self-destruct, or just practice flinging your mech everywhere. For those who don't know, wherever your boosters will land is where your self-destruct will also land. Assuming that you boost in a straight line, that is. You can do a lot of weird things with this information plus the information from the previous episodes. You can also use this room to practice Hail Marys. The same settings can be used for practicing ultimates that affect movement such as Junkrat's Star, Winston's Primal Rage, Bastion's tank configuration and Genji's Dragon Blade. But honestly, just exploring the map with no AIs around is good for you since it gives you a better idea of what your hero can and can't do. For example, you can use this room to practice fuel management with Farah if you've never played a single Armored Core game in your life. You can also use it to find flank routes and do Lucio rollouts. Regardless of what you plan to do with the various custom game settings, just remember that practice only makes consistent. Proper practice makes perfect. Actively find out what you are doing wrong and work your way into improving it. Whether you are trying to improve your current performance on your main or learning a new hero, numbers will always be consistent in this game. Sources for the information may also be found in the description of this video. If you have any tutorial requests or questions or just want to say hi, leave a comment. That is it for this set of videos. I will see you on the next one whenever I have enough ideas to make another set of tutorials, because this is the last in the set. Goodbye.